Conspiracy Catz. Brian can ask about the cropped part and Ranty can ask about the non-cropped part.
So we have a concession that they have indeed cherry-picked this image from Catz himself.
Yeah.
It's just coincidental that we're pointing out that the uncropped image is devastating, but we can discuss it after you'd cropped it and presented it to your clown audience that don't know you're deceiving them by cropping things. Well, thank you very much. Well, we'll also discuss why it was cropped in the first instance and the bit that was cropped out being devastating. Yeah, we will definitely do that then. Thank you for your permission to go beyond the scope of the bit you cropped out. Thank you so much.
It's going to change his whole argument. So yesterday, Brandon put on his show. He said, "Sorry, all, no show tonight. First hour of tomorrow's night show will be Flat Earth only instead of tonight." P.S. The previous message posted by this channel was not Brandon; it was Ranty. How would Ranty post a comment on Brandon's channel if it was genuinely Brandon's? It's a moot question. You don't have to answer it. It's just rhetorical. But in this, Conspiracy Catz puts a comment, and there's a bit back and forth. There's the usual comments. And then as this thread progresses, you'll see Chris Berry. He says, "Catz, very Weasley of you to stipulate not talking about the cropped portion in the debate. Honestly, pathetic. Catz, no idea what you're talking about. Anyone can ask anything they want. Don't know where you heard that nonsense." Well, we all know where that nonsense got referenced, don't we? Chris Berry. So Brian can talk about the cropped out part of the photo, ? Conspiracy Catz. How many times do I need to say it? He can ask anything. I am not a flat earther channel. I run fair debates. Where did you get this nonsense from? I have no idea. Chris Berry. From Ranty to Brian. Seems he's trying to make it unfair. And then I said, "Catz, you're lying. There is no way that you have not seen his current upload and are fully aware of his demands and stipulations. You must think that we came in on the same boat that Ranty did. And obviously I've liked my own comment because it's glorious." Anyway, it goes on for a bit longer. And then Catz says at the end, where's he put it? There we go. Conspiracy Catz. Brian can ask about the cropped part and Ranty can ask about the non-cropped part. Nobody will be allowed to question Dodge. So I don't know what's going on here, but we're having conflicting answers because Ranty's saying blue and Conspiracy Catz is saying red, and we're all jumping up and down laughing at Ranty's blueness and he's saying redness, and it's like, hang on, what's going on here? Sorry. So it seems that they're trying to deliberately confuse people.
Sorry, so we have a concession that they have indeed cherry-picked this image from Catz himself.
Yeah, I guess so, because he's admitted it's a cropped part.
So, Catz, here we have black and white proof that you cherry-pick your evidence to present to your audience. You're admitting it. You cropped it. So you cropped out the very devastating Black Swan part. And we can discuss the bit that you removed for your audience, can we? We can discuss the bit that you cherry-picked as well. Well, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Catz. We have your permission to discuss the bit you cherry-picked. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
The thing is, obviously, Ranty and Catz appear on face value to be at opposite ends of the spectrum, and there's no way that these guys are at opposite ends of the spectrum. That's so naive to think that that's the case. They're clearly playing games here, aren't they? This is not normal. It's like Nathan saying, I don't know, something, and then Arwin going out and saying completely the opposite. They would jump all over that. So that's ridiculous. So what's going on? Bad
example.
Like...
Very bad.
That's why if I'm Brian, I'm not listening to anything. I'm just driving home all my points on the whole picture. Forget about all these rules.
Yeah, but I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies and the unreliability of the two people that are supposed to be hosting and moderating or whatever.
I can just
there's a new rule. You're not allowed to talk about the rules.
Yeah. I just want to ask Brian, when you say the picture, do you mean the quote cropped picture that Catz was detailing?
It's a joke.
Why was it cropped?
I thought they didn't crop it though.
Sorry, why was it cropped?
Because he didn't want to talk about that bit on the left, Nathan. It kind of debunks their argument.
Well, we know that they cropped out a very devastating Black Swan, but I'm just saying Why was it cropped at all? Why would that be necessary? Why are you cherry picking your evidence to present to your audience? Why are you censoring out certain parts of the image? It's just coincidental that we're pointing out that the uncropped image is devastating, but we can discuss it after you'd cropped it and presented it to your clown audience that don't know you're deceiving them by cropping things. Nice cropping, though.
I think there's a much more pertinent question. Instead of what about the cropped parts, I think the question really should be who cropped it out.
Who cares? They're all together, Catz and Co, making these claims. Do I care if it was Ruhif or Ranty that actually ran the crop over it? Who cares? It's their claim. And amongst their tribe, they have people that are willing to deceive their audience and cherry pick the evidence. And he's admitting it. Yeah, but you can discuss the uncropped, uncensored part if you want. Oh, well, thanks. And if we hadn't noticed, nobody would mention it, that you cropped it. Yeah, that's the score. These people are deceivers. There's no two ways about it.
How could they even imagine that we wouldn't go and research just even a little bit who this photographer is, Mr. Jackson, find the original and realize that he's selling it, and we would see what they cropped out. I mean,
because they're projectors. They don't do their own research, and they think we're the same way.
Yeah, precisely. They didn't look at it. They might have looked at it. We discussed this yesterday, John and I. Well, they might have looked at it and gone, oh, well, that doesn't quite meet our argument standards. We'll just crop that bit out. Not thinking, because they've hand-waved it for 18 solid months, that, oh, well, what is a black swan? Do you think we should check? Should we check first? They haven't done any of that. They're just lazy. And we come along and point out that not only have they censored out part of the image, but we are allowed to talk about the, quote, cropped bit, according to Catz. Well, thank you very much. Well, we'll also discuss why it was cropped in the first instance and the bit that was cropped out being devastating. Yeah, we will definitely do that then. Thank you for your permission to go beyond the scope of the bit you cropped out. Thank you so much.
so what's the point of a debate?
So they can lay down their ground rules, and at the end, when their ground rules are fulfilled, they can say we won. Or if they're not, they can cry foul because it was very made clear by Ranty, who apparently isn't on the same page as Catz, that anything's on the table when Ranty's specifically saying don't talk about the geometric horizon. That's Earth curve, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we've got plenty of messages from the opponent on the globe side. I'm putting that in quotes. On the globe side, Ranty. Yeah, he's going to cause chaos.
Well, that's my point. If you
this is a hot mess for them. This is ridiculous.
If you show the whole image, there's no point to this debate. It's a black swan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Blackpool swan. That's correct. Why? Well, because the bit that they cropped out makes that more glaringly obvious. Not that you don't or aren't capable of doing it, as you discussed in the pre-show. You know, isn't it supposed to be before the shoreline at Blackpool Tower anyway? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, correct. I mean, you would if you're going to be a Glober, you wouldn't pick this picture. I mean, come on.
Guys, what's going on here? Nobody claims the horizon is the curve of the Earth.
Yeah, that's the standpoint now, even though they debated with us about proving that it got in the way of boats, buildings. But now boats and buildings and Isle of Man are blocked by refraction. So we're told.
Everything that we wanted to have them understand when the original Black Swan Miramar Beach picture of the two oil rigs came out, January 2020, they basically went and got a picture, and it's proving what we wanted them to understand, and now it's cropped out, and now they are saying things about perspective that they've never said before. So there is somewhat of a victory if you look at it that way, but at the same time, this is why people said, is Ranty setting him up? Because why would anyone use this picture? Because this is just as good as the Miramar Beach one, except over there in the UK, and they have to cut part of it out and then have an argument about it.